screaming through their segment, by the way. You caught that on the broadcast. I appreciate you.
Undertalk with one more win are in the grand finals of the Horizon Cup.
Oh, it's just so spicy. I mean, Vayne versus Yasuo, not a mid lane matchup. I thought I was going to see this tournament, but I won't complain now that we've arrived.
I was so ready for this Vayne to maybe slip back over into the top side. No!
Yeah.
Z is playing at mid lane.
And he's already auto-attacking the enemy. And he's going back in. He's just saying, Isaac, it's a no-fun zone. He's ignoring his own creeps.
Wow. Isaac challenges it, thinks it might be a fun zone if he asks nicely enough. And he's wrong, Pastry.
He is very wrong. And Z's going to hit level 2, and Isaac's going to have to chill out.
This is really exciting. Normally I have a vague idea of how matchups are going to play out. I'm just along for the ride here. This is just fun.
Yeah, Windwall's good against ranged champions, which is kind of the obvious one, but I don't think it's a fun time.
Oh, he popped his honey fruit!
He stole his fruit!
The disrespect!
He's like recalled at level 1. Oh, we got a couple. That's nice.
Walked into a man's house, popped his fruit, walked away.
It's like when you waltz into someone's house, just open the fridge, take their best snack, and leave. Like, that is true disrespect by Z, who is trying to show off the mechanics. Again, on the road to claim the throne for best player in Wild Rift. And this is a hell of a way to get to the final if that's your plan.
And Chris is doubling down on the game plan. Push Z out ahead, early in lane, Doe to match.
No way they're diving. Oh my god, they're diving. Doe's here as well. Z's taking tower echo. He's going to have to pop the flash and the barrier to get out. But Doe almost followed him there. That Q's going to find him in the bottom lane. They're fighting because they have to prevent the move. And Azua's winning the 2v2 alongside S12K. And now they're fighting again as Chris. He's almost got Doe. Wait, he got the stun. And first blood went to S12K.
What am I watching, Pastry? A 4v4 on the bottom side of the map. And Thundertalk come out ahead with first blood in this team fight at level 2. As Rolster now struggling to hold on to this bot lane turret.
See, the audience couldn't see that, so I'll paint the picture home. I'm not going to do that because they're already fighting again. Isaac? Oh, goodness. Chris doesn't have ulti. He's just flipping behind him, showing him the moves.
Windwall didn't either with Resonating Strike.
I like it. And again, for those of you playing at home, I was sitting down with one water bottle, casually sipping away, trying to skate through this early game. I've since stood up.
You spilled water again.
I have pre-saved. No, I haven't. 2 water bottles to the desk to watch this one again. Look at Z! He's just chilling.
Top side, Rattel, under turret.
Oh, we're going for it again! It's too early to celebrate, we got more action! Rivers back, there we go, Rattel's in trouble! Fei, you maniac! Dives in! Why did you do that? It doesn't matter, they got the kill.
Chris could have just killed him! It's 1-for-1! Fei gives Rattel early gold rather than let Chris take the kill.
It's not about the kill, it's about sending a message, and it has been received.
What's the message? I make mistakes!
Azua? Okay, we're chilling. Just wanted to bomb the rest of the wave. Takes a lantern out from S12K. Luna's like, did you recall in a dumb place? He's like, no, I did not. And he's gonna get out safely.
I'm struggling to hold it together, Pastry.
Remember when you said we're handshaking in the late game? Yeah, that was a lie.
It was a fake business deal. Both sides immediately reneged on the contract. Look at this! Just let Chris walk up! What are you doing?
I don't know, he's vibing. Fei vibes,
You can just auto-attack him! You can just tap the attack button and it will path to the kill!
Instead, it's Rattel getting some gold that he maybe didn't expect to happen. He'll be very happy to have it, mind you.
You could have smited him!
That's true, actually.
Didn't even have to get within axe range!
All right, well, Thundertalk could be up even more gold. Instead, they're only up almost 2,000 gold.
They are up 2,000 gold in the early game, which is a real good sign for Thundertalk, given that, again, Rolster are full committed to the late game. Thundertalk do have late game potential in themselves. That's going to come from Azure on the Ziggs, most critically C on the Vayne. Late game Vayne is something else. Rolster, their power spikes come from the opposite side. Easy on this Yasuo, and yes, Luna on Senna. Here we go. The dragon.
They found it!
Cloud Drake!
They found the dragon! They've located it. Cloud Drake is their first haven. They are going to get it, but it is going to be a trade. Thundertalk, they're going to take the Rift Herald.
And this is a good call for Rolster. Again, they're down 2,000 gold. And so for the first time in literally any competitive game I've ever watched Rolster play, they go for the Drake rather than the Rift Herald because they recognize, it's very easy, They recognize that they cannot take and win a team fight at this point. It is just about lasting until the late game.
Azua, good, respectful flash. Wanting to get out from under the thumb of the incoming Malphite ult. Salem, by the way, I guess this makes sense on Malphite's spot regardless, but he is going AP. He's not going to get as much gold as he would in, say, I don't know, mid lane, but definitely going to be a threat to the carries. As Rattel's in trouble, center ulti there, the kick doesn't quite get it.
That's
what he could have done last time.
Could have done that last time.
At least we know he understands the interaction. As Chris is going to maybe pop the Herald here as well.
Quick before Feybi dove turret again.
He's like, it's true. He's protecting his teammates. He's a true team player. As the Herald, not used just yet, but is available, of course, for Chris. That was the trade ThunderTalk took for that dragon.
Rogue topside. Here comes Salem to catch the wave, receive the goal, and they were considering making a play onto ThunderTalk if they kept chipping away at the turret, but ThunderTalk are very quick to get out.
What happened here? Feybi's chilling. That moonfall,
yeah, he went
a lot.
On a roundabout, did a full circle. Just smited him. It's that easy. You just tap the ability.
Perfect. Flash tap. Oh, S12K. He's done it again. Oh my god, he found two! It's not going to matter, but it looks so sick. Salem somehow alive. That feels unjust that S12K didn't get a kill.
He does not miss. And on the opposite side, Luna is the key factor. He keeps everyone alive there, playing that center at the very back of the team fight and just pumping out heals. There's the Rift Herald, summon in mid, but nobody from ThunderTalk there to play for it. It's a bait. It's all down here on Ezek.
Yep, it's to make the play here for Z. That's how they're going to get him gold, but Ezek's going to flash away.
No thank you. He manages to survive. They're going to try and give Z as much of this turret as they can, and maybe the entire turret. Here comes Rolster. Considering a rush down the river? No. They're going to recall.
First tower gold goes over to ThunderTalk, goes over to the lane Z was in. Azua gonna get locked up here. Luna can't do this on his own.
Reach! Arms too short, Pastry!
Alrighty. We'll take stock, 7 minutes through, 3,000 gold ahead for ThunderTalk, and we don't have very long, because I think they're gonna start fighting again soon.
I think you're accurate about that. Rolster, it doesn't particularly benefit them to fight, with one exception, that of course being Luna. And every time they fight, this Senna gets miles stronger if she's able to just farm souls in the back of the fight. ThunderTalk, it does very much behoove them to fight because they can shut down Ezek. This entire team competition ceases to make sense.
I think I found the minigame. S12K is like, aha, I've discovered the rest of the team, I'm out of here. And I think I figured it out. See, just wants to get in the side lane at 1v1 and farm, and Rolster just hunting him down with all the tanks and all the engage.
And the theory very much is, if you can kill the Yasuo center of the Yasuo composition, it's a nothing composition.
Yep.
So, the theory for ThunderTalk is, yes, get Z side lane farm, also shut down Ezek, it's 2 for 1, we call those free.
Looking good on ThunderTalk's side if that's the plan. We'll see what happens though as it develops. As Z is going to get so much gold this game. This is very much a Z-centric mid-game and probably a Z-centric late game as well.
S12K has literally abandoned Azure and is just shadowing Z around the map. It is his job to keep this bane alive.
Z is roll swapping again. He's back to the dragon lane now.
Roll swapping to duo.
Azure like, I don't mind this Ziggs champion. I can play mid for us. He's moonlighting right now in the mid lane. He is in trouble. Doesn't flash though. Chris also to protect as they're looking for the engage. Herald spawned again, but no one's rushing to the objective just yet. It's Rolster back to the dragon.
A quiet flank here. Rattel has been farming in the side lanes. Though I don't have the items up, I suspect that this Darius is going to do a lot of damage in this next fight.
5v5 time. Ziggs ulti not bad, but not quite enough. S12K looking for it. Salem goes in. Finds 2. There's the actual ulti. They pull them back through. It's picture perfect out of Rolster. They get Azure. That's great to start it off. But what can Z get here? He's rampaging through the team. Takes the lantern out to safety. And Chris is dancing around as Feybi is trying to make it happen. But Luna dives in. He gets the snare. And now Ezek is going up. But Z is still alive somehow.
Huge! That's a massive Yasuo! Exactly what they need him! And Rolster have set back up, narrowing the gold lead. They eliminating the gold lead as they take this dragon.
Watch it again. Here again. As this was just so good on the Axe replay out of Rolster. Salem gets straight in there, and as he said, the Yasuo comp does what Yasuo wants.
A perfect combo. Absolutely obliterates Azure. The Ziggs a non-factor in this team fight. And then watch the protection detail that Ezek gets from Doe. Just bodyguarding him, making sure that Ezek can find these kills. And Ezek As then the backup, Luna steps forward, provides that backline damage, heal to keep Ezek alive. It is all about Ezek for Rolster.
That windwall angle was so sick there as well to block Zeke from getting the counter kill that he would have gotten. Zeke was denied like 3 different kills there in that team fight, despite pumping out damage the whole time. 2 item Bane is just not enough when your team gets evaporated every team fight.
Critically, Zeke did not die, however, and is still on track to do late game damage. We may get another team fight to prove that here around the Rift Herald.
Herald is the objective, started up already. In fact, looking to be finished by Rolster. Zeke's out there, they're going to try and find the steal instead. It's Yasuo finding a pick onto one, but the rest of ThunderTalk are trying to move back in. There's Doe now with the engage onto S12K, but Z's going to disengage. Condemn tumbles away as Rolster hunting for a kill.
They're okay with this. You see them force that fight down bottom, separate Chris from the team. Chris is going to recall. That's all right. Rolster just want to keep this game going. They are still committed to the game plan, the strategy that has served them so well for so long. They will win if they get to 20 minutes.
All right, 9 minutes left or thereabouts there for Rolster Y. Gold lead's been shredded down as well. ThunderTalk barely up 1,000 gold right now. It's just going to be, again, on this Vayne and on this Ziggs. They are both very potent carries, but it just looks like the fight is so much harder, even if the gold is even.
I will go so far as to say I believe Azor will be a non-factor until we get to like the 15-minute mark, at which point he will have the tools to survive at the back of the team fight. Until then, he's just going to get deleted the second a team fight starts. The difference for Z is he does have that tumble, makes Vayne a little bit harder to track down between the tumble and the condemn. I believe he can keep Ezek at range, keep Rattel from just comboing to death, and that makes him the most important player over on ThunderTalk. He needs to do the damage that stops Rattel and Ezek from just eating this team alive.
And again, on the other side, it is definitely the Yasuo-centric comp, so Ezek looking good there. 2 items and counting now, as they're continuing to defend this mid tower as well. I mean, ThunderTalk are trying to 1-3-1 them, but Rolster doing a very good job of keeping these side lanes honest.
Watch this sweep down here. Rolster beginning the fight. Anytime they can get an opportunity to start fights, it's going to come through Salem or Rattel. Rattel building the Proto-Belt Darius. Here we go.
Oh, that's so nice. Everywhere, Salem just covers 4 screens. A whole tablet worth of engage there for Salem. It's a turret trade there, but that's not going to be enough against this Herald.
Yeah, Rift Herald's very likely going to get 2 charges off here. This is Rolster growing their gold lead and growing their gold lead onto their critical carries.
Still don't have a gold lead yet. The Rift Herald is not going to charge again. It was denied. Nice moves there from S12K.
So good.
That being said, ThunderTalk are not very far ahead, and I think in this kind of game, unless you are going to show me the best Vayne I've ever seen in Wild Rift in late game, I don't think you can navigate these 5v5s.
He does have, I believe, the second most golden game behind Rattel. So the carries are still the carries. Zeke and Rattel still chewing up this gold. And as a reminder, I did mention it earlier, it was a little bit quiet in the last team fight. It was decided by wombo combos, but Rattel is building a very, very big Darius. Expect him to shred these team fights.
Yeah, this ain't tank Darius this time around. It's still carry Rattel, which is nice. You love to see it there. Out of also making sure that their key carry, really, in their last series, and in this one as well, it seems like, is still getting those tools.
I don't think ThunderTalk can contest this strike. They don't have the team platform right now. With the Zor so far behind.
Do you think they are going to contest this strike?
Chris is going to be able to steal at the very least.
Gonna miss it. Ooh, no!
He steals it!
He finds it! And there's the lantern out. Chris! That's so nicely done.
Chris steals away the dragon. Yet another heroic performance by the ThunderTalk jungler.
And he's been very good this series. Doe heating up as well. Off of the Graves, onto the tanks. Looking a lot better there out of the Rolster jungler as well. I feel like both teams are ramping up as the series goes on, and ThunderTalk are throwing more and more surprises, and Rolster have a couple in their back pocket as well.
I do not understand how ThunderTalk continue to keep this gold lead. It's all on their side lane farming, objective steals like that. But by piecemeal, by individual skirmishes and pickups, they've managed to maintain a gold lead in a game where Rolster are so terrifying in the team fight, they refuse to fight them.
Again, now they have to stick together, have to dodge out the Malphite, who's just glued to the Yasuo basically in any roam.
sweeping on the
Oh,
cutoff.
they've
All
already
of
found the
Rolster.
cut. Azua is just dead to rights. That flash was not worth it. S12K, I would also revisit that because I don't think you want to pull the team closer to you right now.
The key ults are down.
Oh, we'll see. That's maybe a pick, but Duo's pretty tanky. Salem finds the other side of it all. Now Z going to get moved back in. It's Rattel trying to find the kill on Salem with the Protoball, finishes it off, but the backside of the fight's gone horribly wrong. Luna's going to live, but for how much longer? Fabai behind Chris as Luna's just getting out of there, and I think Luna's out.
Luna manages to just speed away, and he will survive. The fight goes well for Rolster, considering a 2-for-1 trade at the end of the day, and a kill most critically onto Z. As ThunderTalk spot an opportunity, they say, you blew an incredible amount of ultimates just to kill Azure. That was Dawning Shadow, that was the last breath out of Isaac. There were none of the key team fight ultimates available to finish the combos. So Rolster are vulnerable despite having a player advantage, and ThunderTalk are so unafraid that they are willing to launch that 4v5 assault, and they walk away 1-for-1.
All right, now TJ, we keep talking about the late game. We're about 4 minutes from the 20-minute mark as Chris is trying to find something there. Nice little play, but not enough. I have to point out, Baron is up, and the Elder is next. And the Elder is a real spicy one, TJ. It's the Infernal.
We are going to teamfight for Rolster's tournament lives. It is going to come down to the teamfight for or around this Elder Infernal Drake, and Rolster know it. That's why they're playing defense now, slowing things down, trying to find isolated picks if they can get.
So annoying. The Zig Satchel is there, but they can't get it. It's so dangerous to group to try and finish it off, and that is a big deal for Rolster trying to take these big objectives.
And Rolster are entirely dependent upon those tanks to protect the backline. We saw things go wrong in the last team fight when Luna and Isaac were left exposed. That cannot happen again. Should that happen in a fair 5v5, ThunderTalk would have won the fight outright. They must defend their backline for the dive. That dive going to come out from Chris and Fabai.
Baron bait, S12K in trouble. Protobot's out to safety. Fabai also there, but everyone's backing away.
30 seconds on this Infernal Elder. It's coming up. And Rolster have no control of the river nearby. ThunderTalk forcing the Korean team to walk into the bush, to walk into the river blind.
Rolster just won a team fight. ThunderTalk just flirting with them, not giving them the fight that they're looking for. But they have to respect the potential Baron. They have to respect this as well. Fabai flashes, that's 12K. Gonna get himself slowed up. Now move back in with the Gragas cast. There's the Dawning Shadow, and that's going to be enough. Zig's ulti not good as Salem is going to find one, but that's not enough either as Z is popped the ulti. They're going in, but he's got stayed up by Luna. That's not what they're after, but Fabai's popping up in the fight. Almost gets Luna, but it's not done yet. Z, though, still fighting, shoots down Doe, and now Rattel going to go back through, but Z is still alive. But the snare from Luna, the stasis is actually enough as Z finds the flash over into the Raptor pit.
2-for-1, Luna somehow miraculously keeps himself alive in the back of this team fight. Yet again, the miracle worker that makes Rolster's late games work. As the pressure comes his way, perfectly timed stasis, perfectly timed flash. He manages to survive off of his own mechanical skills. The team fight starts well as S12K oversteps, but they don't find the setup for Isaac's Yasuo ultimate, which means they're scrapping for the rest of this team fight. And when Fabai finds that ultimate, things are going sideways. But look at Luna, stasis underneath the turret, 1 HP, he survives and manages to return damage from that low HP, healing himself up, keeping his team alive.
The Elder is up, and Rolster in the area. Chris is already here alongside Z though. Where is everybody else? Rolster are a little late to this.
They want to give red buff over to Isaac, look at that. He's doing the extra work during this moment, knowing that ThunderTalk can't start the Infernal by themselves. Rolster preying upon that indecision. ThunderTalk trying to exploit it themselves, splitting out across the map, giving blue buff over to their carry Fabai.
Gonna have to remember to breathe. These are gonna be very long team fights, TJ.
ThunderTalk are doing Baron. Nobody's got vision on them.
Wait,
they can just do Baron.
They're flipping it. Chris is just going for the steal. They have to know he's done this every time. And now they move, and now they go in. They're going to kill the jungler. That's a beautiful wombo combo. Salem dead, despite the Thresh Lantern. And now Z is going for the fight. Double play there. Z has popped the ulti. Salem in trouble, but not dead yet. The Elder is theirs. secured by Rolster. That should be it. Rattel, Protobelt's in. Z the target. This looks like game 5 on my screen, TJ. Rolster doing it again. The ace is so close. Rolster pushing in now onto Azure. It's only S12K left alive.
I think you're right, Pastry. I think Rolster have done it. With the Elder Infernal pickup, it is almost impossible for ThunderTalk to get back in this game. Rolster are going to take their time. It looks like they're considering a Baron, but it almost does not matter because at this point, they have an almost insurmountable lead. And against the brink of elimination, they've won 2 games in a row and tied up the series. The only thing that can stop them now is heroics from Z.
And the Winions, S12K roaming on in. Maybe looking for a steal, gonna interfere with Isaac here, and Isaac's just gonna let it go.
Oh man, those minions.
Yeah, they mean business.
Really shredding the Nexus as well. Not a great sign for Rolster. It will make it a little bit harder to find split map pressure here, as they need to push in through the 2 bottom lanes. That top lane is going to be a little bit more difficult to make things happen out of. That creates an opportunity. ThunderTalk want to outlast this Baron. It won't increase their odds tremendously, but anything's better than fighting into a double buffed team.
I mean, there's just no way they can win this game, right?
I have seen some late game Vanes. Late game Vayne does enough damage that the Elder Infernal might not matter. Rolster can find this fight with her separated though.
I like this from Rolster. ZZ immediately pressure. Rattel's cruising up in the top lane as well. S12K getting himself poked out, but it's going to be all right. Z's forced to back and he does rejoin the team.
And it's not just Z, there's also Azure who's going to really come into his own in the late game, and look at that wave clear.
S12K, he's starting it off, he doesn't find it though.
Luna half HP by the combo, needs to play
Chris!
the safe. Here comes Chris!
Chris is the fight, baby, goes back in! They found it! Going for the team fight! And Z's still alive, the GA's going to keep him up, but Azure needs to live as well. Rattel is getting poked up as Z still fighting alongside Fabai. They got the Ziggs, but Z is still going, and Luna's dead! ThunderTalk found the team fight!
They've done it! Z finds the team fight he needs, and ThunderTalk fight into the Elder Infernal, and they win the fight!
Is the game over?
I don't know, 30 seconds. It's gonna be the best shot of ThunderTalk versus Rattel. Who else to try and save the game for Rolster?
I don't think they can end, but they're gonna do some damage here. Isaac's up in 15 seconds, Faibai's pushing bot lane, they get 1 tower. 2 would be very nice here.
This is possible if the bottom lane turret goes down, so Rattel needs to force in.
Oh, he's just fighting me now, he's dead.
Condemned.
Great stun out of Z. There's Chris with the kick. The stasis buys critical time, precious seconds that they need, and now Rattel goes back through. He's dunking Z, but Z takes him out. So here comes Salem for revenge, and Isaac gets a kill as well.
An excellent play by Salem. Protobelt, unstoppable force. He shuts down the carry for ThunderTalk that made all of this possible. And Rolster, hold on by Rattel.
It's just big blows, knockout punches being thrown, but no one flew into the mat just yet. Great save there from Rattel. Salem there, finishing the job. Carry's dead for 25 seconds, but ThunderTalk will get another fight here.
ThunderTalk will get another fair fight. Rolster are not about to fight without Rattel. That means Rolster must once more 5 versus 5 team fight for their tournament lives here in the Horizon Cup.
Z's done, by the way. His build's ready. I mean, if you're going to put your team to the finals, if you were going to fulfill the narrative that you have laid out since your team started the campaign of Horizon Cup, this is one hell of a game to carry.
Baron in 15 seconds. ThunderTalk must do the impossible. To the Elder Infernal Dragon versus a late game scaling team. ThunderTalk must win a 5v5 team fight and end this game.
Chris, surprise. Not a surprise he wants, but Rattel's not going to go in for it here. Very tense here. This game is long.
Rattel versus Z happening now in the bottom lane. Rattel does have TP and can return to this fight up top. That's why Rolster turned immediately to the Baron.
No TPs for ThunderTalk either. So they can't go for this now. Ziggs is going to get the bad news, and Baron has been shredded. It's dead.
Can they get out? Can they get out? Here comes ThunderTalk to try and force the 5v4. They've got Z rotating in.
And now Doe onto Azua, but he gets dodged. Now Chris is going back through. The Yasuo only needs one. There's a stasis lantern out again. Azua clicks on it. He is going to live, but Salem finds a kill in the back of the fight, and Z just hasn't joined his team. So much time being bought for Chris, but I'm not sure it's enough as Doe's going to live through the assault.
A perfect team fight for Rolster. They mitigate the threat from Thundershock, who split them in half around that Baron. And now, with 2 kills, surely this should be game. Making 3 kills, a Baron buff, 24 minutes, the longest game of the tournament. And Rolster keep their hopes alive.
It's Z versus the world, and the world has answered. Rolster are going to give us game number 5.
I'm washing my hands. I gotta get some of this series off of them.
A, B, C, D, 고백지, the single score.